Well, good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories with me, Pastor Michelle. Today's Wednesday, December 30th, and our Disney story of the night is from Lion King, and it's called Timon and Pumbaa Tell All. It was a very hot day on the savannah. Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa were lying in the shade, barely moving. Pumbaa had just finished telling a story about the biggest insect he'd ever eaten. A silence fell over the little group. I know. Hey, Timon, why don't you tell me the story of how you and Pumbaa met each other? Timon looked at Pumbaa. Do you think he's ready for it? He asked his friend. Knock him dead. Pumbaa said, Well, it all started in a little meerkat village far, far away, began Timon. In that little meerkat village, there was one meerkat who didn't fit in with the rest. All the others were content to dig, all day long. I was that isolated meerkat. How I hated to dig, Timon said. I knew I needed to go find elsewhere, to find a home of my own, a place where I fit in. So I left. Along the way, I ran into a wise old baboon who told me what I was seeking. Hakuna Matata, and pointed one in the direction of Pride Rock. So I boldly set off toward this rock of which he spoke, and on my way there, I met me, Pumbaa interrupted. Timon gave him a dirty look and continued. I heard a strange rustling in the bushes. I was scared. What could it be? A hyena? A lion? And then I found myself face to face with a big, ugly warthog. Hey, said Pumbaa. We soon realized we had a lot in common. Our love for bugs, our search for a home to call our own. So we set out for Pride Rock together. A lot of bad things happened along the way, though. Hyenas, stampedes, you name it. But before long, we managed to find the perfect place to live. And then we met you, Simba. That's a nice story, Simba said with a yawn. Now I think I'm ready to take a nap. Pumbaa cleared his throat. It all started near a little warthog watering hole far, far away. Back then, You always have to get the last word, don't you, said Timon. Not always, said Pumbaa. And then he continued telling Simba his side of the story. All right, so you know what's interesting about Timon and Pumbaa? I come to think of them as a gay couple. I'm just saying. A couple that is different species of animals. And yeah, that's just my personal opinion. So our bold woman in Black history tonight is Florence Joyner. And she was a famous sprinter. So as a child, she loved to stand out, which wasn't easy growing up with 10 brothers and sisters. Her mother was a model and her grandmother a beautician. So style and beauty were always part of her life and how often she expressed herself. Her athletic talents emerged early on when visiting her father in the Mojave Desert. She caught a jackrabbit that tried to outrun her. By age 7, she was already winning races and had a successful athletic career in high school and college. At California State University, she met her longtime coach, Bob Kersey. By 82, Florence was making a name for herself in the track and field world. She stood out as a superb athlete, but her personal style could not go unnoticed. On the track, she sported flashy uniforms, often ones that she designed herself, and long fingernails. In 84, she participated in her first Olympics and won a silver medal. She took time off from running and worked other jobs, including bank rep and beautician. She married fellow runner Al Joyner, whose sister Jackie Joyner soon married Florence's old coach, Bob Kersey. With a family full of runners, she was encouraged to get back into competition, so she set her sights on the 88 Olympics. She won 1 silver and 2 gold medals and set a new world record that she still holds to this day. She also picked up the nickname FloJo. Even with the successful, I learned that just now. That's where that name comes from. I've heard the name FloJo, and I never knew it was Florence Joyner. All right. Even with a successful athletic career, Florence had other passions and interests. She developed a clothing line and nail products, wrote children's books, and established a youth foundation. She would never be defined as one thing, and most certainly would always stand out from the crowd. All right. There's a saying in a movie, What a Girl Wants, I think. Why are you trying to fit in when you were born to stand out? And I think that about a lot of us, we all try to fit into this certain mold and try to fit in with the crowd. But, I don't see that there's anything wrong with trying to stand out among the crowd. So anyway, God bless you. And thank you for watching these, whoever does watch them.